Hey, what's up guys? It's Matt from RC Overload. Today we're back working on the Axial Yeti. I know I was hoping to go out today and run the new ECX Torment that I got, but unfortunately the weather just isn't that great today. Fog, rain, doesn't make for a fun shooting experience. But I ended up coming into the shop today a little bit and doing some work on the Axial Yeti, and I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an update. Nothing major is going on, but nonetheless, still done a few things, so I'll show you guys that and answer a few questions that you guys have had on this. As you guys can see right off the bat, and you're probably already looking at it, is the new Werty Made front bumper for this. Steel construction, powder coated, looks pretty much just like the stock bumper. Here, let me show you. Alright, it's pretty much the exact same thing. The arms are a little bit longer out on the sides, but that's pretty much it. The design on the front here is a little bit different. It's got two holes where this one had none. Take a look at that. Looks pretty sweet. This actually was a gift from my girlfriend during Christmas for this. She knew I was looking for a bumper but wasn't sure what I wanted. I had mentioned, I like the look of these things. It looks pretty sweet. She ended up getting it for me, so that was awesome. So, there it is. Another quick look. Werty Made. Awesome product, buddy. Definitely cool stuff here. Like I said, steel construction, powder coated in black. So, goes with the theme, matches. I didn't want anything too extreme. Kind of wanted it to stay stock looking on the bumper, because I do like that design. So probably end up adding a small LED light to the front here as well, and then I'll work it in with the electronics. I'm going to use the rear fuel cell as a compartment for all of my wiring and where it's going to go for all the LED lights, because as you guys know, I have the roof LED light bar here. I'm going to have one down below, and then I'm going to have a couple in the back lights as well. So I need a junction box really to have all the wires go and then run straight to the receiver. So I'm going to still be working on that, trying to figure out how I'm going to wire it all, and then I'll show you guys as soon as everything comes in and I get it all hooked up. But I've also done two other small little things here, kind of more adding a scale effect to it really. Still going to be doing more. I still got some more stuff to do. But as you guys know, we got the little fire extinguisher I zip tied to the back. Looks sweet in there. And then as you guys can tell right there, what I've done is actually taken a fuel line from a nitro truck, specifically my Nitro Revo. I had some extra fuel line laying around, and I've hooked it to the fuel cell and then into the corner of the car, right where that goes. Alright, looks kind of like a fuel door opener with the screw in there. It just adds that little scale effect really. So that's pretty simple to do, and I'll actually pop it off, show you guys a little better here. But the other thing that I did, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this as well, is I put the exhaust pieces back on in the corner here, angled them up. It adds for a cool little effect. Again, nothing fancy, but nonetheless, making it look a little scale. So I'll pop the body off, show you guys the fuel cell setup here, and show you guys what I did with the exhaust, because I did have to do a little trim work to that to make it sit a little more flush. So, as you guys can see, I'm trying to give you guys the best light here, so I can see as well. Alright, so you guys can see that there is a little screw there. Oh, look at that, popped right off. Gonna have to get a longer screw. I got a screw on the back side there, which goes up into the fuel line. Alright, you guys can see it there a little bit. That's actually holding in there. On this end, which I am going to need to get a longer screw, as I just discovered, you guys can see right down in there is the little screw, okay? It's not very long, so that's why the fuel line popped off of it. So I gotta get something longer. But they just screw right in, and I left enough in there so when I need to fold up the body, it still has enough play. I can take it off. Simple little screw undoes the hose, and the body comes completely off. And I'm not worried about taking that little extra time to take the body completely off. Even if I need to, I can lift up and, you know, twist it one way or another, just enough to be able to put the battery in there. So I lift just enough to be able to do that. Exhaust. On the back side of the exhaust, you can see I've done a little bit of trim work. There was a little knob or an edge right there, okay, where it stuck up just a little bit higher, so it pushed it right out. Looked odd. So what I did is I actually just trimmed that down with a pair of pliers and used some scissors. Sorry guys. Some scissors and cut right around that. Ended up using the scissors here that I used to trim up my bodies. Nice sharp edge. Cut that plastic right off, no problem. It's soft plastic. Then just took a slightly larger screw than what was in it before. Okay, screw head, I mean. Alright. Just put it in, made sure that the hole wasn't that big that it was going to come through, and there you go. We got the screw right inside of there, and it doesn't fall out. And I just screwed it right on. So pretty simple stuff, nothing major, but I figured I'd give you guys a little update as to where I'm at right now. So still got a couple more scale accessories coming in, got some LED lights coming in. Once all that's done, then we'll be able to finally take it out for its first run. I know you guys have been bugging me, get it out, we want to see it run. Patience, guys. I promise we will get it out running soon. Gonna be another couple more weeks. I have a bunch of other videos that I'm going to be doing here first before I get this thing out. Trust me, it will be soon. I'm dying to get this thing out. On to answering a couple of questions here real quick about the Axial Yeti. A couple of you guys have asked me where I've gotten the sway bar disconnects from. That's actually made by Carter Fab Machine, and I'll post a link at the bottom here in the description box so you guys can have a direct link to them. They come in both silver and black, and they are a pretty sweet setup. Alright, the sway bar disconnects themselves actually go into the body in the back there, okay? And I know I showed this in another video, but again, I'm showing it just one more time for you guys. The bottom links, where it attaches to down there, you'll get a set of pins that come with these. Those pins go down into the bottom part of the links. You pull them out, swing the link up through the body here so it creates like a V setup, and then attaches right onto these, which will allow the whole axle to articulate a heck of a lot more. And if you guys seen in that last video, you actually know how much this thing can move. It's quite impressive. But yes, that's Carter Fab Machine. He made the body panels as well for this body. As you guys can see here, I did have them powder coated from Warrior Armor, who does powder coating and makes rock rails and stuff, so that's why they look gunmetal gray versus the aluminum that they were. So that's one question. The other question I had is, with everything I've done to it, do I still believe that I'm going to have the same power that I did before? You know, with the larger tires, the little bit extra weight from all the aluminum stuff on there versus the plastic I had. To be honest, I'm not the least bit concerned about the power. This thing has a ton, I mean a ton of torque to it. So I don't think that the larger tires or that little bit of extra weight is really going to make that much of a difference. Yeah, maybe it'll slow it down a little, but I don't think it's going to be enough that it's going to drastically change the car. Plus, I'm not going to be doing 60 miles an hour with this thing. It's going to be doing more trails, rock, hill climbs, jumping a little bit, nothing major, nothing like what you guys saw in the other videos that I had made. So, as far as the power output, I don't think there's really going to be that much of a change to it. If I need to, you know, I'll look into maybe changing the gearing out, but we'll see how things go after the first run. But to be honest, this thing has so much torque, I'm not concerned about it. So that's that question. The other question that almost everybody has been asking me is, how much money have I put into this? Honestly, guys, I'm not saying how much money I put into this. Why? Because prices change. You can find them cheaper at some places. Prices go up. You know, it's easier for me to just give you guys links. You go to where I bought it from, and then see what the price is at that point. Because things always change. There's discounts. There's stuff like that. I have put a lot of money into this. Absolutely. I will say that. I've definitely put in a lot of money to it. But not enough that I would say that it's more money than I should have. I wanted to do this, so I had no problem putting in the money that I wanted to into this to make it what it is. You don't need to do everything on here. The things I show you guys on this thing is more as a reference, like, hey, look at what you can do, versus look at what I've done. So I try to show you guys products to give you guys ideas for yourself, not so much for like a price point or anything, because some things could be more expensive than other products that are very similar to it, or it might be cheaper. You know, it's to get you guys thinking, give you guys some ideas that you can use on your own vehicles. That's mainly why I do these builds. Again, I'm not trying to show off, not trying to say, hey, look how much cooler mine is and yours isn't. No, absolutely not. That's not where I'm going with this. I just like to show you guys products that you can use on your own vehicles and give you guys some ideas as to what you can do with them and where you can take them and how to change the look of your vehicles, really, or how to perform better on your vehicles. That's all I like to do. So that's why I'm not telling prices, okay? Things change all the time. It's just easier. But as like I said before, I will always put links in the description box as to where I got my parts from, and you can look at the part and then go browse around and maybe find it cheaper somewhere else. Okay? So there's that. I'm pretty sure, I think there was one more question. Oh, the MIP drive shaft. I know a couple people have asked me what the part number is on that. I don't know the part number offhand. I will look it up and I will put it in the description box for you guys as well. But the situation with the MIP drive shaft that I had is I actually ordered it from CKRC Crawlers when they had a package deal to order up the front drive shafts as well as that rear one. Now there was a little issue in shipping where they just shipped me that back one and accidentally forgot to ship me the fronts. I told them not to worry about it. I was content with the fronts anyways. I was just more or less trying to get that rear drive shaft. So it came in as a kit, so that part number that I got with all that is going to be different than it just being separate. But I will get you guys the part number for it, and I will put it down in the description box as well. So that's, I think, covers it pretty much. Yeah, I'm just going to finish re-putting this back on with a longer screw to hold it in place, and then put the other exhaust port on the other side. And then pretty much all caught up until the LED lights come in and the other couple of scale accessories I got for it. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll get some running videos of my other cars here soon for you guys, alright? Just weather depending. You know, it's been honestly crappy out lately. It really has been. Nothing like worthwhile to shoot videos from. So, and that snow we got last night actually disappeared because of the rain. Yay. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, I will see you guys next time. Thanks, guys.